In case you didn't see, Joe Biden is, he's on vacation again. He's always on vacation. He is. Something like 35% of his presidency has been spent on vacation. It's what happens when you elect an 80-year-old man who doesn't have a functional brain anymore and needs lots of rest. But he did take a few hours out of his vacation, flew to Hawaii. I think he was there for 6 hours, visit the people of Maui. People of Maui are feeling a little bit neglected, though.
Not only are people unhappy about the local and state and county response and about the speed of it, but also about sort of the perceived lack of communication from federal officials, including the president, who took a while to make a statement that was substantial.
Where's the president? I mean, like, where aren't we Americans too? Like, we're part of the United States, but why are we getting put in the back pocket? Why are we being ignored?
Allow me to explain. Why are you being ignored? And this is the part that is so difficult for Normie Norm and Normie Norma to understand. Maybe this is something you struggle with. I'm not trying to insult you. This is something decent people struggle with. Decent people are going to have struggles as we move forward. Struggles with comprehension. Struggles understanding what they're seeing. Struggles understanding why this is happening, why this isn't happening, why. So allow me to lay it out for Norm and Norma. Communists, the people who run your government, your entertainment industry, your media industry, your education system, they run virtually every industry in America now. Again, this is hard to understand. I understand Norm is probably already rolling his eyes. That's fine. I'm telling you the truth. Communists run every cultural institution now. And communists are many, many things. Most of those things are terrible. In fact, pretty much all of them are. But above all, a communist is an anti-human. I'm going somewhere with this, just stay with me. He's an anti-human. He is the enemy of the human race. I didn't even come up with that thought. Solzhenitsyn, after he spent a bunch of time in the Soviet gulags, called them the enemies of humanity. That's why they cause so much misery and death. They are anti-humans. They believe human beings mostly to be a plague, a burden. They believe the solution to most problems is frankly arresting or killing people who are in the way. They're anti-humans. So when I see pictures of a wildfire or a fire devastating homes, killing people, my heart breaks for families, for kids, for, oh my gosh, what are they going through? Normie Norm and Normie Norma have to wrap their minds around this basic fact. The communist doesn't see human tragedy because humans are not important to the communist. There's no such thing as a human tragedy when you don't care about humans. That's why these people sound so cold every single time something terrible happens. That's why the freaking governor and so many others ran to the television set as children were being burnt to a crisp and talked about climate change.
Just to be clear, when you're talking about global warming, are you saying that climate change amplified the cost of human error?
Yes, it did.
There's no soul. I'm sorry, Norm. I'm sorry, Norma. Look, he wasn't alone. The communists saw devastation, saw tragedy. He didn't see heartbreaking things, sad things. The communists saw an opportunity. They even got the head of the Department of Homeland Security to jump in and talk about it.
Former DHS Secretary Jay Johnson, someone who has held your role before, has told me he believes the climate crisis may be the greatest threat to U.S. national security. Do you agree with that?
I think it is one of the most prominent threats that we face.
They can't help themselves. I understand something, Norma. This is how it will be going forward. These people, it's not that they don't respond to human tragedy, they don't believe in human tragedy. When you're an anti-human, what do you care about tragedies? All right. Now, that probably made you uncomfortable, too. I have great news. If you enjoyed that, I have a YouTube channel you can subscribe to. Whatever I do, it'll be right there on YouTube. So go subscribe today.